All right, everyone, welcome back into another props video. Going to be touching on the top prop bets here for Flex Friday on PrizePicks. Let's go on and get into it. Now, quick apologies, guys. I didn't come out with a video yesterday because I was working on doing an update to the 9 to 5 website and adding in a new tool, a tool that I've been working on. It should be good to go. And now this is going to allow me to potentially work on more mobile tools. If you guys are familiar with the tools on the website, a lot of them are designed for desktop use first and can be used on mobile devices, but it's mostly designed for the desktop use, and then you guys can view it on the mobile devices. But I want to make it more just like mobile focus view, and I should be able to do that here now going forward, so I'm excited about that. But I want to show you guys the quick update. And so first and foremost, I moved the NBA cheat sheet, the one that you guys have seen throughout this videos over the past month now since I created the update with PrizePicks Underdog prop bets for NBA. That's going to be found under the props tab instead of the more tab. What you also are going to see here is going to be the NBA props sheet here. Bonus books is what I named it. And so I've broken this down into kind of two categories. So the bonus books are going to be all the various books in which we are pulling in data to gain those edges on PrizePicks and Underdog consistently. And so you guys will see those listed here. This is data that I've had. I just need to curate it out there for people. Now, I know most people watching this video are not going to get any use out of like DraftKings, FanDuel, and whatnot. Maybe Fliff a little bit. Fliff will typically give us some good bets. And so what we're doing here with this, just as an FYI, is we are taking the average sportsbook line, taking the juice out of that, making the average sportsbook line, so the true odds of that bet to hit, and we are comparing it here against the Fliff line with the juice still attached to it. So if we're ever getting a plus bet, that is an insanely good bet. We also have these pick 'em books, which is going to operate exactly the same here as the PrizePicks or Underdog prop cheat sheets that you guys are familiar with. Okay, so what we're going to notice is Novig we got here, and PropFetX. I don't really use this, but we're going to notice that we are getting some pretty darn good edges for those books specifically there as well. So good stuff there, guys. So check that out. Just want to call that out in case you guys are someone that isn't an 95 member. It also uses those books. So now let's go ahead and get into the top NBA prop bets in the NBA. And we're going to start off here with Tobias Harris here. So we are seeing kind of mixed data points here, where the projection data, kind of the average likes the over here. Kind of a push matchup here as well here. And it's a close game, decently high scoring game. We look at the game log. Has been a little bit hit or miss. The minutes last game, only 25 minutes in that game, whereas the previous ones 35, 34, 36. And so really this tells me that if he is getting to only about 32 minutes, then yes, he probably will get the under. Do I agree with it being a good prop bet? Yeah, I'm not going to go like against what Vegas is telling us here. Okay. But does it seem to be like a bet that's like 59%? I don't know. It doesn't, to me on paper, seem like a bet I need to get to as well. Another interesting one is Bradley Beal. Bradley Beal has, played well the past couple of games, only 29 minutes and 38 minutes, but has gone 36 and 44 in those games. And then other than that, he's been pretty terrible. Okay, so he's only projected to get 29 minutes in this game here as well. Good matchup though going against Utah. Now we know a lot of teams have made a lot of different changes and whatnot. To me, it'd just be guessing, honestly, with a lot of these bets here. And that's, again, I've touched on this a bunch, guys. From trade deadline to like All-Star weekend, we just see some more random results, and that's just simply due to trades happening maybe before the trade deadline, players maybe being inactive that might not typically be inactive, which on off court usage, that stuff all matters. But right now we don't really know for sure what that on off court usage is going to do with some of the players that were added and not added. Okay, and so like Bradley Beal, sure, I'm fine betting the under here. Same thing with Scotty Barnes, who gets a difficult matchup here. Scotty Barnes in the last game, 40 fantasy points in that game. That was a game against Memphis, I shouldn't say much better matchup, but definitely a better matchup than OKC. So I'm fine betting the under here. You take off a little bit of production in his last game, then he does get the under there. Game is likely to be a blowout as well. So unless we get the Scotty Barnes blowout run, that cost me, was it a 6 for 6 slip, I believe, on PrizePicks? Maybe. I think it was PrizePicks, not Underdog. Anyways, I'm still tilted by that. It was a game against Boston where they end up blowing up Boston. He gets 2 minutes of additional run. Cost me a 6 for 6 slip. I'm still kind of mad about that, but maybe he does still get a little bit of additional run here in blowouts, but obviously that blowout would help. Jordan Poole projected to get blown out against Cleveland. That's a bet that I don't mind for his under. Last game got the over. Team's going to be without Kyle Kuzma. Will Chris Middleton play in this game? How much usage will he soak up? They are getting a little bit healthier here as well. They're a team that has made some trades, so how is that going to hurt or help someone like Jordan Poole? Is he going to step up into a bigger role? Again, we can presume some stuff, but to me, that's just a guess there. Embiid for under his fantasy score. That's a good one across the board here. In his last game, went off, though, against Dallas, 55 in that game. Now, Dallas without Anthony Davis, really, well, I shouldn't say that, but obviously without Anthony Davis, not really a big that would stop him. You could kind of, I wouldn't say that against Detroit. They got two bigs that can stop him. Got Yabu Sally here as well for unders fans. We are getting a bunch of good under fantasy score prop bets is the point. Now, which ones do you like the most? That's going to be for you guys to decide. The issue with Flex Friday right now, as I'm recording this, is we can wait and see kind of what the underdog lines are for these guys, specifically fantasy score wise, and for college basketball as well. And so if you guys can wait, I would suggest doing that, waiting until we get some of the under fantasy score lines, because we're going to jump on into the college basketball prop bets that we are currently getting here, guys. And you're going to notice we're getting a lot of decent ones here as well. Ian Martinez for under his points here of 17.5. You can see the projection data likes that at 16.6. Decent ads there. Robbie as well. Avila for under his points, rebounds, and assists. This is a line that will probably get bumped, honestly, on PrizePicks, bumped down to about 24.5 or maybe just 25 instead, because the average sportsbook line heavily favors under at 25.5. You can see underdog has it at 24.5. Projection data likes the under. Another decent points bet here, so not terrible there. Max Shulga for under his rebound, or sorry, for over his rebounds and assists, a good one. We got Mason for over his fantasy score. Like, we're getting a decent amount of good prop bets today. But again, I do think it is somewhat worthwhile to, if you guys can wait until we get the underdog fantasy score lines being popped in there, so that we can see if we are gaining an edge or not gaining an edge on those specific prop bets. Okay, that is what we want to be waiting for there. And then real quickly, we are getting some decent PGA prop bets. Now, it's Brent Snedeker one over 3.5 birdies or better. He got this over yesterday. I don't know if we exactly need to get there with him. Some bets that I actually don't mind, though. Sanjay Im for under fairways hit 8.5. Now, these will be taking place by the time most of you guys are getting in there and placing your bets, so that is a little bit of a concern here. But another one I don't mind, Justin Thomas over 7 fairways hit. Chances are this is going to be a push, but some decent PGA prop bets there as well for you guys to go ahead and use. So I will be giving you guys a PrizePicks bet of the day here for Flex Friday, but again, I do want to be seeing maybe what we are going to get for some fantasy score lines on underdog to be able to compare, to be able to put our best foot forward for our Flex Friday slips. And so before we get into the bet of the day, I do just want to remind you guys of the 9 to 5 membership. Get access to the 9 to 5 data for just $10 a month. That includes the fantasy golf data and then also the PrizePicks and underdog prop cheat sheets. As you guys saw at the start of this video, I'm always working on adding more bonus tools. Bonus tools are basically not guaranteed tools, but I can make them available without raising the membership price. So I do that for you guys. Take advantage of that, guys. Great value out there. All right, guys, so getting to the 9 to 5 bet of the day as it sits right now. And again, I say as it sits right now because that stuff will be changing throughout the day once we get some more fantasy score prop bets that are popping up in there. But these are currently the best bets that we are looking at right now. So that's going to do it, guys. Good luck with your bets. And actually, guys, just real quick, I just noticed this prop line difference for PGA, so I wanted to get out to you guys. So right now, on underdog, they have Kevin Kisner at 72.5 strokes, Brent Snedeker at 71 strokes. So you could potentially run out the middles. I actually like the overs a little bit better here. So decent middling opportunity there. If you guys want to run those both out on PrizePicks and underdog, I wanted to toss out to you guys as well because we just got that. So good edges there. All right, that's going to do it for today's video. Make sure to give a like and subscribe to the channel. That does help out the channel a bunch. Check out the NFL Super Bowl props videos if you guys have not done so thus far. Thank you guys for watching. Good luck. And again, if you guys want access to the tools, head on over to 9to5sports.com. Get access to this for $10 a month. Thanks for watching. Good luck. And as always, let's keep cashing.